Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Maulana Hasan uh, and today I want to share my creative response to two videos about plastic pollution. The first video explained the history of plastic and how this material became one of the most important inventions in human history. The second video shows the different journeys of plastic bottle after people throw them away. So let's talk about what I learned and why these videos changed the way I think about plastic. After watching the first video, I learned that plastic was originally created to solve problems. Scientists developed it as an alternative to expensive natural materials. And over time, plastic became one of the most widely used materials in the world. It is lightweight, durable, and inexpensive, which is why we use it in many aspects of daily life. However, the video also shows a major problem. Plastic does not easily decompose, and large amounts of plastic waste continue to accumulate in the environment. What was once considered a useful invention has now become a global environmental challenge. And then the second video tells a different but connected story. It follows the journey of three plastic bottles after they are thrown away. One bottle ends up in a landfill, another is carried into the ocean, and the third bottle is recycled into new products. What I found interesting is that all three bottles started as the same object, but their futures were completely different. The difference was not the bottle itself, it was the choices people made after using it. The first video focused on the history and development of plastic, while the second video focused on the consequences of plastic waste. Together, they help us understand the complete story of plastic, from its creation to its impact on the environment. Personally, I felt sad when thinking about the bottle that ended up in the ocean. I imagine marine animals being affected by plastic pollution and how plastic waste can remain in the environment for many years. At the same time, I felt hopeful when I saw the bottle being recycled because it showed that waste can still have value when it is managed properly. These videos also made me reflect on my own habits. Sometimes I use single-use plastic without thinking about what happens after I throw it away. Now, I realize that small actions, such reducing plastic use, reusing items, and recycling correctly, make a difference. The biggest lesson I learned is that plastic itself is not the enemy. The real issue is how we use it and how we dispose of it. If we become more responsible, we can help reduce the plastic pollution and create a cleaner future for our planet. After watching these two videos, I learned that plastic has two stories. One story is about innovation and human creativity. The other story is about environmental responsibility, and the consequences of our choice. The future of plastic pollution depends on what we do today. So, let's make smarter choices, reduce unnecessary plastic use, and help protect our oceans and our planet. Thank you for watching, and remember, a better future begins with small action today. Maybe that's all video today. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.